Guys, it's Dan, your host here, Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one, let's take things in a bit more of a negative kind of side of things. Yesterday we did our top 10 favorite or best episodes of The Walking Dead. This time, we're gonna do the top 10 worst.
We silence the whispers.
Okay guys, so this is going to be doing a Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing a top 10 worst episodes of the Walking Dead TV series. So we're going to go through, we're going to talk about all the episodes that we don't like. I picked 10 that, in my opinion, either just didn't work, or the writing was bad, or it was just kind of a boring episode. So, yeah, this list really is mainly just because I did a top 10 yesterday. I did a top 10 best episodes of the Walking Dead. And a lot of people really enjoyed that video, and I was like, okay, well, why don't we try to do kind of a worst episodes list? Now, this is very difficult to do because I love The Walking Dead. So, I want to kind of specify that for anybody that is new to the channel. I love The Walking Dead. This is really a tough video to do because, it's hard to say that I hate an episode, because usually with Walking Dead episodes, I really like them either way. Even if sometimes they're not as good as other episodes, oddly, I still like it, because it's the best show on TV, in my opinion. So, it's really difficult to do this list, but, I'm not really going to stall anymore. Without further ado, let's get into the top 10 worst episodes of Walking Dead. But actually, right before I do, Season 7 and 8 play a huge part in this. Just gonna say. Okay, so, number 10 is going to be The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 11, Hostiles and Calamities. So, this is the episode with Eugene at the sanctuary where he's taken, and you got Dwight that's kind of looking for Sherry and stuff like that. Now, I just don't like this episode mainly because of the fact that it's very bottled off, where you really could have actually made this like a half an episode and had something else going on, because it feels like this episode really about halfway, at about the halfway mark, I'm like, okay, where are they going with this? And, I mean, yeah, Eugene, it becomes Negan at the end of the episode, but I don't like seeing that anyway. So, it's just, for me, it has to be number 10. It's, one of those season 7 episodes that, really are just not that great, and it's one of those Season 7 bottle episodes that really just did not work for me. So, yeah, definitely number 10 is going to be Hostiles and Calamities. Number 9 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 11, Dead or Alive Or. So, this is the episode where our group is trying to get to Hilltop right after the death of Carl, and Tara is acting like an idiot, pretty much. She wants to kill Dwight. They go through the swamps and stuff, which was kind of boring. I don't know, I didn't really care too much about that stuff, but Dwight kind of rejoins the Saviors. We got Gabriel and Dr. Carson, and I was really bored in this episode. Nothing much was going on. It was kind of boring, and usually, sometimes when a season of Walking Dead is actually good, they don't usually show the journey of going to one place to another. But Season 8, because the war was so extended, they're like, oh, well, we'll have to show this episode because, we don't know what to do here, so we'll have to show them go to Hilltop. It's stuff like this I don't really understand. Because sometimes they would skip by something like this, like an episode like this. They would just skip by the journey to Hilltop. But I don't know, I really don't like it, and I think the only thing that really this episode did well is Negan's speech at the end with the walker guts on Lucille. That was awesome, but aside from that, I just don't like this episode. Tara was just really, really annoying me around this time in the show, and yeah, I could not say anything more aside from it's a bad episode. Number 8 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 7, When the Dead Come Knocking. This episode for me, I mean, we have the stuff with Merle and Glenn and stuff where Merle's beating up Glenn trying to get information. That's awesome stuff. I'm just talking about in this episode the slow build-up to the mid-season finale. Not only that, the main reason why this is on the list is because this Mr. Coleman guy that Milton is trying to, I don't know if you guys remember, but like he's like, your name was Mr. Coleman, or blah 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 Coleman or something, you were married to whatever, and he keeps showing the pictures to him and trying to see if zombies have something in them, like they were before, and it's just like, I don't care about this at all. And they keep, like you keep going to the exciting stuff with Glenn and Merle and getting information, and then you keep cutting back to Milton and Andrea doing this, and it's just like, what a slow episode, in my opinion. So, I don't know, that's just me. I didn't personally like that episode too much. Yeah, anyway, number 8, When the Dead Come Knocking. Coming in at number 7 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 2, The Well. So, this episode for me is just dry. It's boring. It's really, here's the thing, is that it's like, I'm gonna make it sound like I don't like Ezekiel, because this is his introduction episode, but, I love Ezekiel. He's one of the best characters in the show, but that doesn't change the fact that this episode really just was boring. Like, honestly, they extended it by a couple minutes, I think like an extra 5 minutes. I'm just like, why? Why on earth would you extend this episode? It didn't even need to be a 40-minute episode, to be honest. It was so dragged out, meeting the kingdom, and it was like too light, no gore or real action or nothing, like no big, big fight. Well, okay, there was Jared versus Richard, but I mean, I hate Jared, so that wasn't fun to watch either. So I don't know, I really don't like the episode. I found it to be very slow and kind of took forever to actually end. So that's just me being honest. So yeah, number 7 is going to be season 7 episode 2, The Well. Number 6 is going to be The Walking. Right after that, number 6 is going to be The Walking Dead season 7 episode 3, The Cell. So, I don't like this episode either. I think this is another one of those bottle episodes of season 7 that really didn't work. You have kind of Dwight chasing after this guy, which, I mean, they try to get us to connect to Dwight a little bit, but I don't really feel anything for him in that episode. Like, honestly, I really don't care about Dwight anymore in this episode than I did before. And, it doesn't do anything for me aside from just kind of show that Dwight is a hardcore savior, which does change later on that season, but I just don't like it. And Daryl being tortured in Easy Street, I mean, you can't tell me that you actually enjoyed watching that. Like, that was really torture. And if you're a fan of Daryl, which I am, really annoying episode and really, really frustrating. And nothing really big happened with Dwight aside from him killing some random guy that we don't even know. So, yeah, that's number 6 is going to be The Cell. Just really don't like that episode. It's another one of those bottle episodes from season 7, in my opinion, that just, it really didn't work. Yeah, that's my opinion. Number 5 is going to be a new episode, The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 2, We Are the End of the World. So, you guys may be surprised about this one, but I was just super disappointed with this episode, because this season, Season 10, had a pretty good premiere, if you ask me. And then you come back the second episode after like a, 7 or 8 month break, and you have this as your second episode with just the Whispers. Any bottle episodes with just the villains is a terrible idea. Honestly, I never understand why they do that, but at least, if they do that, why don't you do this, and that's really my main complaint with this episode. The placement. Why would you do that at the second episode of the season? Ghost, episode 3, should have been your second episode. Maybe make this, I don't know, like your episode 3 or 4. Like, it doesn't really matter at what time this is. Just show, like, I don't know, the group, just something, but make this your episode 3 or 4 if you're gonna bottle things off. Not your second episode in. At least make it episode 3, I'd say, or 4, or even 5. Don't do a solo Whisper episode like after the first week back. It's just, it really doesn't work, and I think that's why Season 10 went down a little bit in ratings, is because of this episode. So, I have to put it there. Plus, the episode itself, I didn't really need this kind of backstory. We've seen enough. We didn't get this part of the backstory in the comics, so why do we need it in the show? I really don't understand that. So, that's just my opinion. It was well done, I really didn't care about it at the end of the day. So yeah, number 5, We Are the End of the World. Hopefully, Season 10, there won't be any more episodes in this list. But yeah, this one made the list, definitely. I was just really annoyed with this episode. Go and watch my review on the channel. I tried to stay as positive as I could in the review, but I was really, really upset with it at the same time, too. So, go check that out. It's in the channel in the Season 10 videos. So, anyway, next is, number 4 is going to be The Walking Dead, season, okay, so, this next one here, I just really don't like. Number 4 is going to be season 6, episode 13, The Same Boat. So, I mean, it's stupid. It's so stupid. Like, Carol and Maggie get captured. 2 of the best characters lead this episode, and it's still not good. I just don't like these characters. Paula, Molly, some of these, I forget the name of these other characters, but, they just die at the end anyway. Carol doesn't want to kill. They're literally just sitting there talking to each other for like 20 minutes about what they used to do as a job before. I just don't like it. It's really stupid. And then they just get them back at the end of the episode anyway when Rick, kills the guy. And I did like the part where Rick's like, I'm sorry I had to come to this, but it's just, that was the only good part of the episode for me. The rest, I was just like, moderately interested, to be honest. It was really, really boring at times. So that, for number 4 is going to be the same boat. Just really didn't enjoy that episode. Number 3 is going to be The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 6, Swear. So, I don't like this episode mainly because it's about Tara, but not only that, it is a single Oceanside episode, and it's a bottle episode. And in my opinion, the worst episode of Season 7, Swear. And Heath just disappears. I don't know. I didn't like the episode. I thought it was really weirdly done, and even though there was a bit of action on the bridge, it still was just not my favorite episode. And Tara, I don't think Tara really should have led that entire episode. We should have seen something else to kind of offshoot that a little bit, you know? So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. So yeah, number 3, Swear. Number 2 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 12, Still. So, I don't like this episode at all. This is one where, you know, Daryl is in it, so it kind of saves the episode a bit, but it's still stupid. I mean, pretty much this episode is about these two getting drunk. Like, honestly, that's what this episode is about. And, you know, that's really it. Like, there's nothing to comment on it aside from it's just really a dumb episode, and I don't like Beth. And speaking of not liking Beth, number 1, my least favorite episode of The Walking Dead ever, The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 4, Slaptown. I don't like the hospital. I don't like Beth. I don't like Dawn, and I don't like the whole situation and how dull it was and how weird the hospital is just as a group. And are they supposed to be villains? Like, is that what we're supposed to get from this? I don't know. Like, I'm really not sure. So, for me, this is just the worst. It's the most boring episode of The Walking Dead ever. You know, Noah and Beth try to escape. Noah gets away, but she doesn't. Beth just keeps getting slapped in the face. Slaptown, you know. And even though you see Carol getting wheeled in at the end of the episode, it still doesn't save it for me. It's still just a really dumb episode. And I literally have never been so bored watching an episode of Walking Dead in all my life than I was watching Slaptown, you know? So, you know, because I tried to give it a chance at first, but then about halfway through the episode, I'm like, okay, this is not going anywhere good. You know, Beth is not an interesting character. This hospital group is not an interesting location. And yeah, they're in Atlanta, but this group of villains, or whatever the hell you want to call the hospital group, it's just, it doesn't work for me at all. So, that's my opinion. You know, what is your list? Write that down in the comment section below. I'm going to end the video here. I love The Walking Dead, but this is the worst it gets in these episodes, if you ask me. But of course, I want to hear your opinions. What are your least favorite episodes of The Walking Dead? And of course, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And of course, peace out.